And so it was said that if the pillars of the world shall fall, darkness will descend upon all that lives. From the Book of the Dark. Man did not heed this warning. The sacred cosmic tree burned to cinder. And so the darkness came, claiming all that was bright and living in Thea. When all hope was lost, after a century without light, the sun rose once more. Thea awakened from her dark slumber, and you along with her. But Thea is not the world that once was. The age of darkness weakens, but it is far from over. Life took its shy roots, yet death will not release its grip easily. While the sun keeps some of the evil in check during the fleeting days, at night, the creatures of darkness roam free and angry, unwilling to give up their dominion over the land. It is up to you to find a way to rebuild Thea, banish the darkness, and strengthen mankind.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Gaming with me, your host, Alvin Stalvin, to a special, if not long overdue episode. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in just one second. First off, I'm just going to let you guys know that I'm probably going to be discontinuing playing Overwatch regularly for a variety of reasons. One, there's a lot of pressure I felt on myself to play like really well and to win, and it was just kind of stressful and all of that jazz. I did get a little sick at times, so that stopped me from recording episodes, and I just wasn't having that much fun with it. So I thought I'd try something new for you guys today, hence this game, Thea the Awakening. A little bit about this game. I bought it in the Steam sales that happened recently. Rip money. Thanks, Gabe. You know, it's that time of year where my wallet just gets torn to shreds by all of these sort of cheap, cost-effective games that I just get really interested in, and I just buy them to have a look. But this one is actually pretty cool. I've played it maybe a little bit, not too much though. So I wanted to play this one for you guys. It has some interesting combat mechanics, but we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the game in just one second. The other thing I wanted to say is I almost lost my YouTube channel. Some of you may already know this. I completely forgot the email address that I signed up for this specific YouTube account. I knew the password and everything, and that was just a whole drama, so that's why there hasn't been too much content from me recently. But that's all out of the way now. My memory did kick in, and it did gift me the ability to make some more videos for you guys without having to create an entire new channel, so that's always good. I'm going to celebrate and play this game. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited. Get comfy and join me on this game, the Thea the Awakening, Return of the Giants. So let's get this thing rolling. Let's start a new game. Starting a new game? Well, yeah, let's just do it. Screw the old game. Let's get a bit of experience. That is awesome. So how this game works, you play as a god you've lost all of your power because of what happened to Thea in the Age of Darkness and whatnot. So we have two gods to pick from. We've got the nature, this is like Mother Nature herself, and this is like a sun god guy, and they each have different sort of abilities and traits and stuff that get activated when they're at level 1. If we rank him up by playing the game, you get experience by playing the game. If you die or you lose, you still get experience, or if you complete the game, I'm sure you get like a butt ton of experience. And the longer your run goes, the more experience that you get. It's kind of roguelike like that. No game is entirely the same, so it has a lot of replay value. And as you can see, there's quite a few gods to choose from. We only have a selection of 2. Fun fact to know about this game, when you buy it, your account gets 2 gods randomly selected to unlock from the start. So if like 2 people purchase at the same time, they would not have the same gods unlocked, unless, you know, I'm sure there's some mathematical permutation where they would, but it's highly unlikely that they would. So we have the sun guy and we have Mother Nature, and as you can tell from this side, I kind of like this one. Green fingers, your villages are faster at gathering, that's always fun. And all your villagers get a +1 bonus to gathering. So and you can pick a village focus where you got tons of warriors, gatherers, or craftsmen. But I like gathering. It's going to allow us to get a lot of resources, and that's kind of my jam. So I'm going to play on normal difficulty. You can customize it, but we're just going to jump straight in on normal difficulty as Mother Nature herself. So the Mother Earth, life, birth, and nature are your domain. You were once the supreme goddess ruling along Perun, but now everything has changed. The darkness devoured your beloved Thea and tarnished all life. You kept a handful of chosen worshippers alive in the bosom of your power, but they are weakened, lost, and scared. You must do all you can to restore the balance and to keep your people alive. That's kind of what this game is about. You get a little village of people, and you got to help them survive, but also try and tackle.
Thea is awakened. Welcome. No time to waste. You are a deity of the High Pantheon, and you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask? You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes. This means sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down, so get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the cosmic tree's mystery.
Yeah, what he said. He pretty much just summarized everything that I was about to say there. But yeah, so that's where we are. We're a god. We're going to lead our people to victory and all of that good jazz. So I'm going to skip the tutorial. I'm going to explain some of the game mechanics as I go through them and give you a little bit of insight as to why I make the decisions that I do. So that's what you have. That's what you have a Let's Play for. Let's be honest. So we're going to skip the tutorial and go straight to that.
Right. Now are you absolutely sure? There is no calling me back, you know. Also, when you have time, craft me 10 cooked, baked, or roasted food, any type. You may want to research some varieties as well to match your supplies. Also, leave these 10 crafted foods in the village until I show up. Remember to check the magical help button to read more. Yeah, I know more about any mechanics.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, and I might have to consult you later. You look like a little smug git on your... wearing them like old style shoes, or their hooves, I don't know. But he's just sitting on his tree of knowledge, being all like, "Heh, you don't want my help? Now screw you." What's your name? Theodore? Is it Theodore? Let me just see here. I don't know, but I'm gonna call him Theodore for now. So yeah, I'm sure. So we're just gonna leave the tutorial. We get 5 experience points and 2 research points. So this is our nice little settlement here, Astoya. It's got a couple of houses and that sort of thing, and we have an expedition. So expedition are a group of people. There's 6 of them right now, and they're gonna help. They're gonna be able to, go out from the town, pick up resources, gather stuff, go questing, go hunt for treasure, and all of that good jazz. And it's pretty much your way of interacting with the world that isn't inside your town. But first order of business is making sure our town is self-sufficient. So I'm going to jump into the main screen and get some production going. So all of it. Well, hot damn! This guy's really good at gathering. So all of our villagers have a propensity towards being able to gather stuff. So that means collecting resources. So we're just going to assign them some jobs now. I'm going to get you on the food. He generates 80. Out of 54, so that means that's a little bit of increased production value there. So like every couple of turns we'll generate 2 food instead of 1. This is going to take us 1 turn to generate, is that 14 food? 14 vegetables? I don't know, we'll roll with it, and we'll get not even going to try and pronounce her name. Okay, that girl to start doing some wood. And let's sort of even it up. We've got 80 and 90, so that's going to help us. We've got fuel to keep our fires going, keep everyone warm during the long nights in the winter and all that. And we got some food. We got 1 person who is unoccupied right now, but he's our only crafter. He's the only one that has any skill in crafting stuff, so we'll get him on that very shortly. Just going to take a quick drink of water there. So let's jump into the crafting menu and see what we can do. We can craft some clothes, and that might be good. The crafting system of this is actually kind of cool. So depending on what sort of resources that you put in there and the quality will actually dictate what items come out. So I'm just going to give you a brief example of that. So if we do that, we get a reptile vest. It gives us 3 armor, and that's what it costs to make, I guess. Even though the math doesn't add up, but whatever, I'm not going to get hung up on that. So if we switch this out with the ball of yarn, we get a plain shirt. And it's a little bit less in terms of armor, and it's just all around not as good. So the better the resources of this specific type, the better the item will come out. So I'm going to get him doing some cooked meals right now, I think. So let's... we only really have meat right now. And we're going to make some beef jerky. This is going to be more efficient on space, and it's probably going to be more it's probably not actually going to be more nutritious the more I think about it. But once we get some vegetables and stuff, we can do some other combinations and create some fancy meals. So I'm going to get him, her, sorry. I'm going to get her cooking. Wait, no, never mind. She's not the crafter. This is the crafter. I was wondering why it was going to take like 9 turns to do that. Like, it takes you 9 days to cook some meat. Wow, you must be bad. So I'm going to get her onto the gathering. Back, where was it? This one? Yeah. Alright. So everyone's reassigned to where they were. He's going to make jerky for us. I'm going to make him do it indefinitely. Wait, what? Hold on just 1 second. So we're going to get some wood. We're crafting. We're using wood. So, yeah, he should never run out of materials to continue to build meals. So we'll leave it at that. There isn't too much else we can do. We can probably construct, but we don't have enough materials for that right now. So that, conveniently enough, is where our expedition comes in handy. So we got 6 people. I'll check out their equipment a little bit later. I just want to get them moving right now. So we're just going to move them over to here. This is probably a little treasure thing. And we're just going to investigate it. Let's see what we got.
Some ruins of an old city engulfed in mist and mystery.
So we get to make a couple of decisions. We can come back later, or we could search it. This is the difficulty marker, I guess. Possible dangerous choice. The more skulls represents the scale of danger. Beautiful. So we're just going to search it.
You open one of the buildings. A strange-looking stone and metal-built affair, and you hear a clunking noise, then a blunt thud. Before you are able to do anything, you see a skeleton charging your way. And
we're straight into the combat. And I gotta show I really enjoy the combat mechanic of this thing. But let's just jump in and I will show you how amazing it is. So we're squaring off against 1 skeleton and 4 hulking rats. We got 6 people in our party, so we should have no trouble taking them out, really. Skills used in this challenge. Direct skills, the offense and the defense. This is the picture shows what skills are used. Anyway, I'll get a little bit more into that. So the way that the combat works is it's kind of like a card game. Our deck of people, hence cards, are sort of split into 2 different piles, offensive and tactical. These dudes drop straight onto the battlefield, and they fight. These ones you can use various support skills like Confuse, Shield Ally, First Action, or you can use this one, which is Get Closer, which drops them onto the field much like you would this one. However, there is a drawback to this. Because they're coming from further back in the field of battle, they arrive a little tired and they skip their first round of damage. They can still suffer damage, but they can't actually deal any. So that's, there's some pros and cons, and I'll get into a couple of what these other symbols, like this blunt damage does a couple of other things, but enough talking about it. Let's just get straight in on it, really. Keep and play. That looks like a decent hand. So they get to go first, and they're going to drop their skeleton from their support deck. This little question marks means that he's a little bit confused. He's going to miss out on his first round of combat. So what am I going to do, to be honest? I think I'm going to drop this guy. He's got 9 shield and 19 health, so he's going to be like a tank dude. So I'm going to put him at the front, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to put him out there, and we'll see what the enemy chooses to do. I They're going to throw a rat, and he's going to be confused as well, so he misses the first round of combat as well. So, let's see, this guy, I think they attack to their right. So this guy is going to deal enough damage to kill that, so that's neither here nor there, that doesn't matter. So I'm going to drop this chick out. She's got 11 health all up. She should have no trouble dealing with a couple of rats. But, yeah, that should be good. I'm going to throw this guy out as well. And let's see what the enemy chooses to do. So the way that it works, the closer to the left side means they get to go first, but this guy won't get his first action. So he'll do his damage to this rat. This person will do their damage to that rat. This guy will do his damage to that rat. And they'll all pretty much die. So I don't have to worry about this card, or this card. He'll probably get to swing once before he dies. But just to make sure that our people don't die, I'm going to do Shield Ally. That's going to increase this guy's health. And let's just pump him for all of the shielding in 1 second. We don't have enough cards to play that hand, so... Sorry about that. So we're going to shield him all the way up, and he will take absolutely no damage, basically. Once all of your cards are played, you press N10 and the combat phase begins. So let's see how this plays out. So he's going to take out that rat. She's going to take out that rat. Okay, interestingly enough, he attacked to the left for some reason. I don't understand why that happened, but you know, it's not the end of the world, really. So he attacked to the left as well. Whatever, I think we got enough damage to take this out. Yeah, we do. Beautiful. And that is it. We have just defeated them.
Search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
So we got a bunch of loots now. We got like a big training sword, a two-hander. We got a little rib cage. Have yourself a second rib cage to keep yours safer. Good to know. We got a little bit of meat and some of the other crafting goods. And old mate Niestek suffered 1 wound because he took 1 lasting damage. If they punch through the shields and you take a little bit of damage into your actual health bar, you'll gain wounds. The more wounds you have, the more likely they are to die from their wounds. So managing combat damage is actually really important. But let's just take this stuff and run. So we get some experience and... ooh, sorry. And a research point. Do we have a research point available to us? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we do. Oh, we do. Awesome. So I'm going to jump into the research tab. Research tab split into 3 separate subheadings here. We got gathering, crafting, and construction. These researching these means that the resources that they signify will appear on the map, and we'll be able to harvest them. We'll have enough smarts to be able to, gather the amber and get the clay and all of that sort of good stuff. Crafting is about building weapons and better meals and equipment for your people. Construction is building buildings in your hometown. What am I going to research first? I actually think I'm going to research cabbage field. From time to time, far from the expected vegetable, a baby is found among cabbages. So that's going to help us increase our village population. And I'm not entirely sure how else you're supposed to increase the population if not for a cabbage patch. Maybe through some random events, not too sure. But I think that's a good idea. So it tells you what you're going to need to be able to do that. We're going to need a ton of vegetables, we're going to need a ton of wood, and we're going to need one of these type things, maybe some wood, some iron, or some hay, I guess. But from what I gather, we're farming vegetables, we're farming wood, and we'll have enough wood from all of that sort of jazz to build the cabbage field. So I think that's a good idea, and I will lock that one in. So we got a couple of enemies on our screen right now. We got some bats and maybe a spider nest. I think taking the bats is probably going to be the safer option, so I'm going to go do that. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's just quickly jump in and check our equipment. So these people or cards, however you want to look at them, I mean cards are people too, have equipment, and that alters their stats and how effective they are in the combat. So this guy's got a two-hander, so I'm going to leave him with that. He's pretty good. This guy is pretty good. Last round as well. We've got a 9 damage, 5 shielding. Actually, that is... Damn. They do not hold back when they give you equipment. That's pretty good. I think you can stay. Two-hand... Wow. She's like this older Nonna type thing. She's like, oh, would you like a basket of cookies? By the way, I have a massive two-handed sword and I'm going to kill you. Wow, power to her. We got a one-handed sword, amethyst sword, 3/5. Yeah, not too bad, but you don't have a shield. So let's give you a shield. That will increase your combat effectiveness by giving you 9 shielding. So in the last combat phase, when I shielded the ally, that's what this stat meant. So when this particular person ends up in the support deck, they're going to be able to shield another ally for 9 damage, which is actually super strong and amazing. This guy who looks... I would not trust him at all. I would not want to sleep with, him anywhere near me. So yeah, let's see what class he is. He's a craftsman. Okay, he's good at building stuff. We got a couple of warriors. It looks like these are gatherers. Yeah, gatherer and a hunter. Nailed it. I know my classes. So this guy, what does he got? We got 3 damage and it's blunt damage. That's kind of naff. Let's see what that big training sword has to offer. 3 damage, but 5 shielding. You know, I'm going to do it. That is definitely an upgrade, because he'll be able to shield when he's in the support deck, so that's kind of nice. So we're going to roll with that. So now we're all prepared for combat. Let's go and take out some bats, yo. You approach the beast and you have time to decide your plan of action. Best way to slay a beast is eye to eye and attack them. Straight out fight. Why risk a frontal attack when we have good hunters with us? Let's go hunting. So there's a couple of different decisions you can make when it comes to various different interactions in the game and random events. You don't always just have to swing the sword and just like Hulk smash everything. Sometimes you can talk your way out of things, and that applies different stats. I mean, the combat is essentially the same. You're trying to kill the other cards, right? But the stats that it uses to roll damage and like shield ally and all the support thing draw it from different stat points. So like in a social interaction, people with high speech and high willpower will have like high health and high damage for their respective traits. And like maybe like guile, if you're like a sneaky person, you'll be able to like shield an ally because you'll be able to like confuse the other person and all that sort of good jazz. So I think that it really offers a bunch of different ways to tackle actions, and depending on your party composition, you can actually do some really cool things. And just to show that off about how different it could be, I'm gonna go hunting. We'd be able to absolutely thwart these guys with a straight up fight, but let's go hunting. Let's do it. Get to hunting. Alright, so we're going to be versing 2 hunting cards. We're not actually versing the enemies. Our offense is gathering, and oh my god, did we pick the right freaking god for that. And defense is just going to be health. So, you know what? Sweet. That's actually going to be pretty damn good. So we're going to begin combat here. We have high health here from all of our people, and not too much in the way of damage. What do we have over here? Counter offense, counter tactic, confuse. Confuse is pretty good. Support ally. There's some damage. That is a lot of damage, actually. That is amazing. Yeah, I gotta roll with that. Most definitely. Do we have shield ally? We got 2 shield. Counter offense. Yeah, I'm gonna keep and play it. So you're gonna play your support one? You're not. You do about 5 damage and you have 6 health. Damn. Yeah, let's do it. Let's. Can we counter tactic? What level are they? Level 5. Yeah, no worries. Can't do that. I have a plan. I actually have a plan. So I'm gonna drop Casimira onto the field. She's going to take about 5 damage. Oh damn! I think I done goofed. Maybe. All right. So she's going to take 5 damage. She's going to survive the first round, and she's going to deal 5 damage to whatever this is. So let's see what they. Oh damn! All right, she's going to take 9 damage. She's still going to live, and then she's going to be able to deal her entire volley of damage onto this guy. So I think our best action now is to just give her all of the damage. She's going to survive the first round, and then she's just going to absolutely mollywomp this thing into non-existence. Then after that happens, during the second combat phase, because she still has damage to deal, she can deal that damage to the card that's in the discard pile. And I think she's going to have more than enough damage to kill that. So I think I don't have to do anything more, and we're just going to see how this plays out. So they're going to deal 9 damage, and she's going to survive on 1. Beautiful. She's going to deal 12 damage, take that out, as expected. Nicely. Fight phase. Should just mollywomp this into non... Yes! And there we go. We succeeded the hunting challenge. And we managed to chase off the bats and scare them and all that sort of stuff. And we got two bird meat. We probably didn't get as much loot as if we just fought them outright, because then, you know, to the victor go the spoils. We get to kill everybody, we get to take all their stuff, and that's beautiful. But it does offer you an avenue where maybe you're not strong enough to fight them face to face, but you go around behind and, you know, stab them while they're sleeping or something. But I just wanted to show that off, so hopefully that gives you a little bit more of an indication about how this combat works. And we're going to take the loot and continue on our merry way. One other thing, I know I've been talking a lot, but one other thing to note about that challenge is it wasn't a direct combat thing. It was a skill check to make sure that our hunting was good enough to actually succeed in the action. So even though she took 9 damage, it wasn't enough to make her fail, if you get what I'm coming at. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to comment in the comment section, and I will try to explain it a little bit better after I've had a bit of time to think of how to explain it better, you know, words and stuff. But we are out of movement points for our expedition. We can move over here, but there's no real point to it. Just quickly have a look at what resources are around. So we have wood and some clay. And what are these, herbs? Yeah, we've got some herbs and some wood. When you get your party to camp, they are allowed to harvest anything from adjacent hex tiles. So all of these things, any resources in these, they're able to gather. Which currently would only be wood, because clay is currently locked for us, because we don't know how to get it. So I'm just going to end my turn though, and not have them camp, so they're able to move and clear out this spider's nest. And I want all the spoils, so I am going to just mollywomp them in combat. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's just good. And is it my turn first? Yes, it's my turn first. You're amazing. So let's drop this dude and end our turn, and let's see what they have to give to us. Wow, they're weak. 4 health and 2 damage. That's not good at all. So this dude's gonna die. So I think I can field another person to act first. We're gonna drop the 14 damage and end our turn. So All-Mate Spider's gonna die. So we can just continue to deploy cards one after another, and she will essentially kill the next person, the next card that comes out. And yeah, I'm just gonna end my turn and see what they do. Yeah, he's gonna drop a confused one. That's fine. So they're all gonna die, which will leave this guy to free to deal his damage. But look, it's not gonna be that much. But stuff it. I'm just gonna like shield her up, so she's like a major tank, and no damage is actually gonna punch through. It's pointless, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's just see how big that shield can go. Damn. She will soak 32 points of damage before she takes any health damage. But this should definitely kill him, so we'll just roll with that. Yeah, get Rex on. Squash them spiders. I mean, I can understand why we're just like totally mollywomping them because they don't look very big. And we're just like, oh no, there's some spiders. And just like stamping on them. Just absolutely, just be like, you know, I don't even need this armor. I'm just going to like breathe at them and they're just going to go down. So we didn't get too much in terms of loot or anything like that. But as I say loot, there's a little chest dude over here. So I'm going to go get that. That sounds awesome. So let's do that. We're probably going to have to fight some more skeletons.
City, engulfed in mist and mystery.
Ooh, the mystery.
You open one of the buildings. A strange-looking stone and metal building.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just the skeletons again. 4 hulking rats and 1 skeleton. So let's just beat him in combat again. This hand is obviously not as strong as the last one. I mean, we do have a lot of shield allies, so that's going to be good. Counter offense. I'm going to try and show off these abilities as much as I can. So I'm going to try and pull some crafty plays here. So they get to play first. He's going to play his, like, confused one first. So, who's our biggest tank? You, sir, are a champion and a scholar. So down you go. And we have another ability to use. Another person to use. He's pretty tanky. So, what am I going to do? You're level 5. That's handy. Alright, so I'm going to drop this dude. And, I think I may have messed up, but that's fine. Opponent's turn. Drops a rat. That's cool. So I'm gonna play her. All right. So now it looks like she's in the front line, right? Because they attack the closest target. To, yeah, I think actually that's how it works, right? My bad. They attack the closest target. So when it comes down to it, if this was just a straight up fight, and this guy wasn't confused, he would attack him, and because this guy's closer to this, he would attack that. This guy's closer to this, he would attack that, and so on and so forth. But I think if they're like flanked on either side, like one rat here, she'll attack to the right. Don't quote me on that because I don't actually know, but that's just how it seems to work in my mind. I'm going to use another action right here. I'm going to use one of these special support cards next. Right, so she's in a bit of a tight spot when it comes down to it. Like, she's flanked on either side by rats, she's going to get eaten by this guy, then she'll deal some damage and all of that sort of stuff. But we have this support ability called First Action. Allied card with the lowest initiative, which is furthest to the right, with equal or lower level to first level action, so this number being a 6 means that I can do up to level 6 cards, is moved to the beginning of the initiative queue. So let's move her to the front. So now she gets to attack first. And that puts her out of harm's way and just generally puts us into a good spot. Unfortunately, I can't first action this guy to get him out of that bad spot. But, you know, it's not all bad. We've got a bunch of other things in our repertoire. So I think like just shielding him is probably going to be the best idea. They're not going to be able to punch through all that armor. Yeah, so let's just pump him for all of the health. And let's see how it plays out. So unfortunately she didn't have quite enough damage to take that skeleton outright, and there is a bit of wasted damage from old mate Zona there. But I'd like to see the rats try and punch through like 30 points of armor. And it's pretty much just straight up kills now. And we win. Excellent.
The buildings and
we get another shield, that's kind of good. I'll take the stuff and leave this place. Man, my mouse cursor is doing all kinds of mad stuff. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like flashing. Oh, it disappeared. Awesome. So hopefully that doesn't impact it too much. So let's just check the equipment that we picked up just then. Let's have a look at that shield. I'm really interested in that shield. Is it better than the one that I gave, the rib cage or whatever? Yeah, definitely. Same amount of armor, same weight and everything, but an extra 3 shielding, so, you know, shielding is my jam. So we'll roll with that. I'm just quickly going to have a sip of water, because my god, is my throat killing me. Oh, I have been completely disregarding Oh, yeah, this mouse cursor is going to give me the shits in a sec. Completely disregarding all of these like little reminders each time I do a turn. There's like resources that they get, and it gives you information about how much jerky this guy's moving, and that sort of thing. But let's get up. Let's bring. You know what? Let's bring our expedition back. Let's do it.
Yes, wonderful. You made your first batch of prepared food. No longer are you a mere scavenger. Now you can cook. Crafted foods are more efficient than the raw stuff, so you may want to take them when you're out exploring, as they are lighter to carry. So now I have a harder task for you. Build me a building in your village. Any building will do. Good luck!
Alright, then, one building to build. Off we go. And I'm so glad that this random... Well, it's less...
The ghost of a hanged man is seen in your village, haunting your people's dreams. He is seen coming always from the same direction, and returning there after several hours of haunting. Your people awake uneasy every night, and some become cursed. Your scouts soon mark a possible location of the ghost's home.
That, yeah, and Modulav, both got a curse. A curse of deformity takes away some of your attractiveness, -5, and remains until the hex is broken. Okay, perhaps we'll investigate it. Perhaps investigating will stop the haunting. We're like right there. We're like right there, dude. I don't think I'm going to pull them back. I think I'm just going to leave them there and let it do stuff. So Expedition 1, we gained some abilities. Mislav got some stealthiness. We got a bit of extra strength on those people, some health and all of that good jazz. Stat ups, yo! And I think our townspeople got a bit better as well. So that's always nice. So he wanted a building done, and I'm so glad that that random event happened, because it reminded me that we can build a cabbage patch. So why are we delaying that? So if I can remember how to do it, go into production. Let's do that. All right. So crafting. We're gonna have to pull this guy off of crafting so we can build our cabbage patch. Get into the construction. Apparently we don't have enough resources. Oh, get wrecked. Oh, well, doesn't matter. We didn't waste any time, you know, doing that sort of jazz. So let's just have a look in here. Is that 7 units of wood that we get each turn? I hope it is. I really hope it is. Anywho, let's just delay one turn, completely wasting their abilities and stuff. Let's see. What do we got? Production, construction. Still can't build it. We have 30 wood. Alright, we need like a crap ton of wood. We need like 35. We're like 1 off. Oh, dude. Alright. Well, let's rest another night. That's fine. So now we should be able to build it. Let's go to production, construction. Hey! Alright, so let's build this cabbage patch so we can start getting some more people in our village. So we attract 1 children, a chance for a child to arrive in your village each turn, and attract human, a chance for a human to join the village each turn. Alright, so that's going to increase our population some. More population means more food, but we'll deal with that when it comes. So let's confirm that and bring Kuba. And it's going to take us 6 turns to build that, so that's fine. Our expedition, however, has the Hanged Man. So I'm quickly just going to save it. Game has been saved. I'm just going to save it here before I go into this interaction, because I feel like I'm going to get locked into a choice where I have to choose between various different options, and I kind of want to leave it up to you guys about what I do, and we're going to hold a vote in the comment section. So get those fingers typing and vote about which course of action that you think I should take in this particular thing, because I think that'll be fun and it gets a little bit of audience interaction going. So let's just check what the options are before I call it an episode and like somehow rage quit so it doesn't like save my progress at the thing. I'll work it out.
You find the ruins of what must have been a small settlement, but it looks abandoned for at least a decade. You see the hanged man floating aimlessly, wailing at the sky. The souls of those who died of hanging, especially self-inflicted, are known to become damned like this. but there could be a way to help.
Alright, so I'm just going to view my group and just check a couple of the stats. Maybe that'll help you guys make a decision. We are pretty good at combat, I will give you that. But, you know, there could be extra bonuses for going this way. Looking for clues, we'll probably have to do some form of challenge, maybe a perception test or something like that. But it could be a more peaceful solution. We could get extra loot, or we could just outright go and just, you know, stab this guy in his, like, metaphysical heart and just make him, you know, stop harassing our townspeople. But I'll leave it up to you guys about what you want to do. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this game. I kind of enjoy it, and it's a lot more fun playing it for you guys rather than just playing it on my own, because you know, I don't know, this just feels like there's a little bit more of a more at stake with people watching, I guess. So yeah, to have a think about what you guys want me to do, and we'll come back next episode. If you did like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and it really helps out in a first episode if you guys do hit that like button, and just let me know that you guys are enjoying it, or hit the dislike button to let me know that you're not enjoying it. I might, you know, discontinue it straight away, and just based on the general feel of how you guys are taking the new content will pretty much just dictate the channel. Like, I'm doing this for you guys. Oh, one thing before I forget. Oh my god, he's gonna be so pleased. One of my subscribers asked for a shout out, so this is a shout out, Santa Ninja or Ninja Santa. I kind of like Ninja Santa better, I'm just saying. Because, like, Santa's already a ninja, no one ever sees him, but, like, a Ninja Santa, like, that dude's kicking ass and, like, taking names, and, like, he ain't gonna take no shit from nobody if you're on the naughty list, so watch out for that Ninja Santa. But Santa Ninja, you know, he's very colorful. He's not really gonna be hiding in the shadows like a ninja. Anyway, I'm getting too hung up on that name. This is your shout out, dude. I really appreciate all of the support that you're giving me, and it's actually a large driving force for me to continue making these videos, as a lot of you have actually. It's really helped me to actually get off my ass and make these things that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. So cheers to all of you for your support, and hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one, and I will catch you later.